Welcome everybody to our first rifle review ever. I am super excited to get started on this one. It's one of my personal favorite rifles that I own. It is a bolt action like we mentioned on our Instagram page. Link will be in the description to that page if you want to go check it out. Let's get to it. This is the Mossberg Patriot bolt action rifle. I personally decided to get this chambered in a 6.5 Creedmoor, but other options are available, such as 243, 270, 308, 350 Legend, 7mm08, 6.5 PRC, 30-aught, a whole bunch more that I'm probably missing. I am very impressed with this rifle though, and its accuracy, especially the price to performance value, which we'll get into in a little bit here. First off, I want to start with the numbers though. It is a matte blued finish. It has a 22-inch fluted barrel here at the end. This rifle is 42.75 inches in overall length. It has a 1-to-8 twist. It has Mossberg's lightning bolt action adjustable trigger that goes between 2 and 7 pounds, and a spiral fluted bolt that is very smooth to operate. When I bought the Patriot, it came with just a simple 3-to-9x40 scope, just a little cheapo scope that'll get the job done. It weighs about 8 pounds, making it perfect for hunting, backpacking, carrying it a real long ways, but you get the point. It's a very versatile gun, and you can get it in whatever you personally like. I personally chose the 6.5 Creedmoor because it has a very flat shooting round, much like the 270, and it has a great ballistic coefficient, but we'll get into more about the different calibers and what they mean and what they're used for in another video. Now that we're through the factory numbers, let's get to the value of the rifle. I purchased this particular rifle for $330 with the scope, brand new in the box. It did not have the bipod on it. Now it's just another $20 cheap bipod that I put on it to make sure I wasn't affecting the accuracy at all. Some of these cheaper rifles, when you grab the stock, it will actually bend in and you lose your floated barrel. And that can affect your accuracy by miles. This particular rifle doesn't seem to have much of an issue with it. It's more of a Savage thing, it seems like, but just in case, I went ahead and got the bipod. But $330, that's pretty cheap as far as rifles go. Out of the box, I felt just the slightest bit of creep in the trigger when I was dry firing it, testing it, cleaning all the grease out, what have you. It does have the adjustable trigger like I mentioned before though, so I pulled that down a little bit, which I was gonna do anyways. That took all the creep out. I have zero creep in the rifle when I pull the trigger, just to make sure it's clear. Magazine is out. Zero creep in that trigger, very light. The bolt is very smooth to operate and seats very firmly when closed. There's no sort of play in that whatsoever. One of the big issues I have with this rifle is very minor when the bolt is open. It does have a little play in it, and so when you go to chamber your next round, it might not catch that round and feed it properly. So you just have to make sure not to push down on it when you're reloading in between shots. Other than that, great rifle. As far as recoil management goes, I was very impressed with how the factory butt pad actually helped it. There are plenty of improvements that could be made, but like I said, for the price point, I wasn't expecting anything in the butt pad. I cleaned out all the shipping grease, lubricated with a little bit of rem oil, tested and adjusted the trigger here, and made sure the scope was mounted firmly and properly, and mounted my bipod. Besides that, before I took it to the range, I did not break in the rifle whatsoever. Before we get to the range performance section of this video, I would like to apologize that we don't have any footage from the range. If you would be interested in seeing some videos from the range with this weapon and other weapons that we'll review in the future, please let us know in the comments so that we can get that recorded and posted up here for you guys. Out at the range, the first rounds ever to be put through this rifle was a box of Hornady Super Performance 120 grain. It took me a few rounds to sight in at 100 yards, but after that I did a 3-shot group and a 5-shot group of 0.52 and 0.57 inches respectively. That's almost half MOA, and once I break in the rifle, I am very confident that it will reach half MOA consistently like that. I was very impressed with a $330 rifle for being able to do that. I had seen multiple reviews of people complaining about getting 6, 8, 12, 14-inch groups at 100 yards. I have nothing against those people, but I 100% believe that it was either a manufacturing issue with the rifle that they could get shipped back and fixed, or that it was just a problem with the shooter's ability. Like I said, if any of those people decide to watch this video, I have nothing against them as a shooter. It very may well have been something that was wrong with the rifle that they could get shipped back and fixed under a warranty. All in all, I was very happy with my purchase of this rifle. It makes a great hunting, backpacking rifle, or even a competitive rifle if you wanted to start getting into that. I would suggest mounting a new scope to it, a better scope. Besides that, great rifle. If you just wanted to dip your toe in the water of that competitive field, you would be able to do that without having to drop $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 just on your gear. I feel like this rifle definitely gets the job done at a fraction of the cost of what a competitive rifle is going to cost you. A low to mid-range competitive rifle is going to be about $2,000 to $4,000. That being said, this is a $330 rifle that performed at sub-MOA groups. As an added bonus, we all know what kind of times we're in right now. With the pandemic going on, election year, every time it comes around, people start buying weapons, people start buying ammo, and they panic buy. If you're not a gun person and you decide to go out to the range, have some fun, and you want to go purchase your gun, you'll start to see those trends in stores and shops that sell weapons and ammunition. But I purchased this rifle just a few weeks ago with a box of ammunition, scope included, bought the bipod separately. Height of the pandemic, if you're looking for a rifle that you can get for cheap right now, this might be the rifle for you. If you do have any questions or comments, please make sure you drop those below. If I missed anything in this video, please make sure to drop a comment as well, because I definitely want to get that information out there so that people know about the rifle that they want to buy. Make sure to subscribe to the channel to make sure you get all the latest videos. Thank you for watching and supporting the Weapons Vault. Stay safe.